You might have seen Walmart announce drone delivery here in the northwest part of the state. It's a big deal and shows just how much drones have gone from a hobby to a legitimate business venture. And for those who started as just that, hobbyists, they tell me there's a lot of questions and concerns they have before the drone delivery expands to more than just northwest Arkansas.
So I said, hey, let's build a drone and let's put a camera on it and let's start seeing how this process works out.
Jeremy Smith has been building drones as a hobby for almost a decade, and the drones he used to build didn't look anything like they do now.
So I had to build something big enough to carry an actual full-size camera, because that was the only way to get any good usable quality.
Since then, drones look more like this, and what was once a hobby is now a booming industry, something Smith sees selling drones at Bedford Camera in Little Rock.
So we see a lot more creative uses of the technology now than we did back then.
It's an industry that Walmart announced its plans to get in on this past November, working with drones to start making deliveries from the skies. So how is Walmart making this happen? We went to northwest Arkansas to find out. If you live within a mile of this Walmart here in Farmington, you could see your package delivered by one of these massive delivery drones. Right now they're only available for delivery within a mile of this location, but eventually you could see these drones flying and delivering in all of Arkansas.
Yeah, I think the pandemic actually accelerated delivery, but it's never going to be a replacement of visiting the store. It's probably going to be an addition to.
Rachel Griffin works closely with Walmart's 3 drone delivery programs. As the retail giant looks to expand and develop, they're still working through questions about privacy and logistics. The FAA has rules about where you can and cannot fly, like around airports and stadiums.
We work with both federal and local municipalities so that we're in compliance with all local and federal laws.
But it's more than just where these drones can fly. They also have cameras on them, raising questions about privacy. We asked a manager at Drone Up in Farmington, one of Walmart's drone delivery partners. They tell us while a drone's camera does record in case of a crash, it's not likely they can see anything in high quality. Another thing to keep in mind, Drone Up says there are only 3 parts where an actual human has their hands on the controls: takeoff, package drop-off, and landing. Everything else is automated, with the drone controlling everything. When it comes to actually getting your order, there are still some kinks to work out. Things like the wind and rain can knock drones right out of the sky. In fact, while we were there, the wind actually forced the drones to stay grounded. DroneUp says that since the technology is still relatively new, they're working on ways to keep them in the skies and out of other people's yards. Outside of that, Walmart is focused on streamlining the whole process.
A lot of times what we're seeing at this site is less than 30 minutes from the time a customer places the order to the time they receive it. But we've identified a lot of efficiencies that we could have within that to get below 15 minutes.
Griffin says they'll go as fast as they can while still following those rules and regulations.
Well, we're going to be really aggressive in rolling out, and so we're constantly evaluating which sites make sense and definitely looking at the state of Arkansas,
as they hope more people embrace this next step for deliveries. Walmart says they're constantly considering what works best to see how, if, and when they could expand. So I asked them, when could we see drones in the skies above central Arkansas? They tell me they're unsure. This is just months old after all, but it could happen. In Fayetteville, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.